Hey guys, what's up? Today I got an OU match, and it's against a guy by the name of King. I found him on AZAT. And hey, if this was boxing, then this would definitely be a title match. For what belt you say? Hax belt. Definitely. So, I'm going to leave Selby because I want to get Stealthrox up because that Volcarona is going to be a pretty big threat if it does get set up because my Scizor is my only priority and you can't really do too much to it. Otherwise, Celebi's not really too threatened. Maybe Skarmory can Brave Bird it, but, you know, honestly, that's not too big of a deal. So, yeah, we're going to go with that, and I need to save it for Gastrodon in case he doesn't want to put its neck out too soon, because, again, that's going to be another annoying Pokemon, and I'm really going to have to find a way to handle that. Judging from his team being fairly defensive, that Latias, instead of it being a Latios, I'm going to expect it to be at least a Calm Mindset, but not a straight-out Choice Spec set like most people would do with a Latios. So, that's the breakdown. Let's get into the battle. So, he does indeed lead with his Gastrodon. I'm not sure what he was expecting me to lead with. Probably a Starmie. But I'm going to use my Celebi, and I figure he's not going to want to stay in for the grass move because that's way too obvious. So I'm just going to get out my Stealth Rocks immediately. He's going to go into his Latias. I'm going to switch out to my Scizor, and I guess predicting the switch, he's going to go for the Reflect, which means he is a dual screener, which means he probably has only Dragon Pulse, Recover, and, well, dual screens. This Pursuit is going to do not very much. I know he's got the Reflect up, but damn, that's some fairly little damage. I was expecting it to be at least a 2-hit KO, guaranteed. But nope. He's going to send out a Starmie. I'm going to switch out to my Starmie because I am expecting him to start setting up spikes, and Starmie's a good all-around Pokemon against his team. I know he's going to go into his Gastrodon here, definitely, so I'm going to go for the Ice Beam because both Thunderbolt and Surf will not do any damage to it because of its ground typing and its Storm Drain ability. So, yeah, Ice Beam does a nice little chunk, but not too much. I probably could have just switched out to Celebi straight away, and that would have been quite a lot nicer. The other thing, too, that I need to change the Celebi because it does have Earth Power. I need to give it HP Fire because it recently was upgraded to the OU status. And both Skarmory and Bronzong are in this battle, and they show you why Earth Power is useless. HP Fire still hits, you know, things like Jirachi and Metagross, but you really don't need that extra 20 base power to be able to hit them with because Skarmory and Bronzong are way more annoying, and it's not really a big deal. I'm going to go for the Giga Drain because I know he's going to either go for the Bulk Up or the Dragon Dance. He does go for the Dragon Dance, which is actually worse. I'm going to switch into my Registeel for some stupid reason. I really wanted to go into Scizor. I figured Registeel would be better because it's more defensive, but then I'm like, wait, now he can just hit me with Drain Punch and gain back a whole bunch of HP. Shit. So I'm going to go back to my Celebi and take the Drain Punch. It's going to do a lot more than I was hoping it would, which is rather unfortunate. And he gains back quite a bit more health. So now I got to go into my Scizor. And that sort of 2 turns was really a waste, and that really sucks because that gives me damage on things that I didn't really need damage on. But overall, it's not too big of a deal, but you know, whatever. It's just a stupid move. Unfortunately, that Crunch is going to do just enough damage to where later on it's going to be a big problem. So that's rather unfortunate. He's going to go back into a Skarmory, and I knew he would, so I'm just going to switch out to Darmanitan. I was going to think he's going to go for more spikes, but I guess he wanted to think I would stay in and go like, I don't understand that. It's kind of weird unless he was thinking Starmie would have Rapid Spin and setting out more spikes would not be very useful. But Darmanitan's in here. He's got a lot of extra damage, more than I wanted to. I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz just because it's stronger. I know Gastrodon's going to come in, but it's stronger than anything else I can do, really. And I don't get Life Orb Recoil from, say, Earthquake. And I'm just going to go for the Flare Blitz again. And he's actually going to leave me at enough health to where I can not die from the recoil. Unfortunately, his Latias, excuse me, is going to come in. It still has enough speed, even with probably no investment, to where she can still outspeed me and take me down. Or maybe she has enough investment to where she can outspeed base 100s. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I'm going to paralyze the Latias and slow her right down because I know she's going to be annoying. Sort of wish I had Toxic, but this is actually a Paraflinching Registeel, kind of like a Jirachi, which I should have brought instead of Registeel, but I just figured I'd bring it because it's more fun. But yeah, Jirachi would have been a lot more use in this situation. I do go for the sub in case his Volcarona wants to come in and take anything I want to do. But I'm going to paralyze his Bronzong. He's going to get fully paralyzed. And then I'm going to proceed to demonstrate as to why maybe he's not the Hax King. Because I'm going to get not one paralysis, not one paraflinch, not two paraflinches. And yeah, you might want to settle in. Again, this is kind of a stall war here. And there's nothing I can do about it because I can't speed it up any more than it already is. I'm going to get 3 paraflinches. And honestly, I'm just staying in because I can, and I'm A, not max health, and B, I have a sub up. So there's 4 paraflinches. And it's just, you know, it's stupid to switch out to anything else. Dragonite can't really do anything to Bronzong. And Starmie doesn't really want to take the Earthquake he's probably going to be going for. And probably can't OHKO back with the Surf anyways, so it's like, why not, right? There he finally breaks through and gets up Stealth Rocks, which is what I was expecting him to be going for all this time. But he's going to stay in further, and I'm going to get another Paraflinch. That is 5. And at this point, I believe he switches out. No, one more time. I'm going to get another Paraflinch, number 7. Number 6 or 7? I lost count. Oh jeez. Here's where he's gonna switch out into his Volcarona, and he's gonna take massive damage from those Stealth Rocks, and a decent chunk from the Iron Head. At this point, I'm thinking because he's got dual screens, he's got, you know, full hazards, except Tux's Spikes, but you know, full damaging hazards. I'm expecting him to be Resto Chesto, but then I'm like, doesn't matter. He's gonna be Chesto. He's gonna wake up, and I'm gonna paralyze him. So that's excellent. So now, unless he wants to rest again and wait the turns, I can just continue paraflinching. Now, I should have went for the Earthquake because it would have done more damage. Yes, it wouldn't have let me stop him from setting up, but it would have prevented me from getting this Flame Body Hacks, which, not really mattering. It was kind of his foot back in the door of the Hacks title at this point. But it wasn't really that big of a deal. He is going to get the Quiver Dance up, but it doesn't matter because he's paralyzed. I'm not really sure why. I guess he was thinking I would stay in all day and let him set up, and then he could rest, and then he'd be set up, and blah, blah, blah. But nope. Dragonclaw is going to, you know, Dragonite's going to go for Dragonclaw, excuse me. I really need to put Fire Punch on this because this is more of a bulky set, and Steel types like Bronzong and Skarmory both annoy me because I have Earthquake. I should also change the EVs. I really need to make this an actual bulky set. Anyways, I guess Earthquake's not too bad because I'm supposed to ideally set up like +6 against these sort of steel types. They're not supposed to have HP Ice, which this one does. But yeah, here's probably the biggest hacks of the game. I'm going to go for the Dragonclaw, and he's going to get the Flame Body. Now that's really unfortunate. Don't you think? I mean, it's 30%, but just... ugh. And also, if he hadn't burned my Registeel before, I would have done more damage. He would have died from rocks, and, like, it just... so much, just because my Dragonite gets burned. And, again, here, if he had just gotten paralyzed there, not set up to reflect, I could have killed him. Or if he gets paralyzed this next turn, I can, you know, get 2 Dragonclaws off and kill him from this point. But nope, neither of those happen. He gets the Reflect up and the Recover off, which is really annoying. And of course, obviously, if he didn't get me burned, I would have just killed him in one shot, so that wouldn't have mattered. And I would be on my way to ending this battle really quickly, but unfortunately, this battle is still going on because I did get the burn, he didn't get paralyzed, and he didn't get paralyzed again. So that's really kind of annoying. So that is really showing why his name is Hax King. He was saying how me paraflinching his Bronzong before was really a big... not really, because, like, it's not like I killed it, and it's like, it's not like Bronzong can do too much to Registeel. Like, yeah, you can Earthquake and break my sub every time, but it's like, who cares? I only stayed in because I had a sub up, so it's like, it wasn't a big deal at all. It didn't matter, right? Like, it's like, comparing that to his Latias being able to live for the next, like, 20 turns and cause me a whole bunch of trouble and almost make me lose, that's, you know, no comparison at all in any case. So Scizor is going to come in, and here's why I said it's going to matter that he did exactly what damage he did, because I have exactly 70 health left, which I didn't realize until I clicked U-turn, which means that when I switch back in, I'm going to die. I can't leave hazards again, so I should have went for the pursuit. I might have been able to leave this Dragon Pulse, maybe, because I'm guessing he has no special attack investment at all. He's probably max defense, but judging by how well he's been taking these physical attacks, that would have been able to let me, do another one and kill him. But as it stands, I need to paraflinch him a little bit more. I do get one, but because I'm burned, I'm going to need twice as many. His reflect wears off, so I'm like, yes, one more, and I don't get it. There's another one where I could have just that one was important. Yes, the last one was important too, but it's like, it has to be a string of them, right? So it's like, that would have been big hacks. But yeah, that doesn't happen, so he's going to be able to just keep recovering up and getting more reflex up, and it's really kind of irritating at this point. I'm just like, why did you have to burn both of them? If you had only burned one and not the other, we'd be fine, because that Iron Head would have killed him. I would have just needed one, not two, and that would have killed him. This Iron Head would have killed him too, but no, it doesn't, and I'm like, you know what, I can kill him. I can do more damage than Lefty's healing, but nope. And he breaks through and gets off an Earthquake. And I'm just like, well, that's just peachy. Because honestly, it's just annoying. If he hadn't burned Registeel, not even about the attack, it's about the HP. His Dragon Pulse can't do shit to me, so it's like, I would have just been able to sit in there all day and kill his Latias. It wouldn't have mattered. I would have stalled him out of recovers and he would have been screwed. But no, I did get burned, so I do get the residual damage. And then, yeah, so down to the wire here, I'm like, I need him to get paralyzed or else I lose. And finally I get this hacks. Yes, I did win because of hacks, but he stayed in the game these last, 30 turns because he got those two Flame Body hacks. And he didn't get paralyzed the whole time my Dragonite was out, and he didn't get that last Paraflinch when I was trying to kill him with my Registeel, and just so much hacks for him. And all I get is, a little bit of paraflinching when that's 55% every single time. So it's like, it's understandable. Yes, on his Bronzong was a little much, but it didn't matter, really, in the long run. It just didn't really matter. Starmie would have been able to kill him anyways. So it's like, anyways, so that's the battle. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it was really long. It was really long to record it for me, almost 2 hours. So, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.